The recession already happened, you've been conned. All you hear are bears saying there will be a recession soon, but GDP was 4.9. Where is the negative GDP? Here's the thing. The recession already happened. It's not something they want to say, but it's true. We're at the tail end of the recession going into a bull market. We had 2 negative GDP quarters last year. That was the recession. The data is sitting right in front of your eyes. But you refuse to believe it. 2024, 2025 will be full of bull runs again. Inflation will be lower and interest rates will slowly come down to a healthy number. In 2029, this era will be known as the 2022 recession. 2023 was feeling the aftermath. And 2024, 2025 will be back to your normally scheduled program. Just watch. 2024, 2025 will be full of bull runs again. I think I orgasmed. OPIMG emote T52TH524258. Sorry to say this, but nobody really cares about your prediction unless you've bet your life savings on it or are willing to do something shameful when wrong. I think inflation has masked the stock market fall. If we didn't inflate 30 in 2 years, SPY would be 2030 lower than it is now. The fact that we still can't make an all-time high with all this inflation is unsettling. Is that Jim Cramer's burner account? Holy shit, you belong here. You go ahead and buy the dip again. I'll wait a bit longer. The bulls have the runs? What did they eat? You trying to make puts print more tomorrow? Tears of joy. So this is the denial stage of the graph, right? The real recession was the friends we made along the way. OP doesn't realize GDP soared because the government is running a 1.7t deficit this year and just raised the debt limit by $2 trillion. That's 1.7t that should have been balanced with consumer and corporate taxes. The consequence is the soaring treasury yields that we are seeing, soaring borrowing costs, and more inflation queued up in the pipeline. But yes, the short-term gains in GDP print are totally worth it. God damn, you people are fucking retarded. We are 2/3 the way through the recession. Still got a yearish of trading sideways. There are trillions of dollars of fiscal stimulus ending over the next year. And that doesn't even take the Fed's tightening into account. Easy to call the GDP data a win when all prices have risen for no good reason other than companies decided they should to have ridiculous earnings and the Fed is printing money like there's no tomorrow. Inflation data doesn't include food, energy costs or used cars. Which, at least where I'm from, you can't even get a new car. So used cars are priced as new. Housing is out of control. People can't afford shit. The SPY is leaking. Look out below. Who cares if GDP is 4.9? 10-year yields are hovering around 5. Rates are gonna stay high and no cuts till at least second QTR next year. Get ready for a ride down. The bear just woke up. LMAO. Remind me in April 2024 when Q1 numbers come in and it's a fucking bloodbath. People will hope through the holidays, then you'll see the rainbow flag bear is always right. I am just going to counter trade my emotions. It feels like market is going to nuke, so likely we go higher for longer. GDP is up because the cost of goods and raw materials has substantially increased due to inflation. The regards who believe this propaganda at face value are smoking Parmesan cheese. Reasonable rates. You do realize these are pretty average historically speaking. Sounds like someone who bought the top and is too afraid to cut losses. The crash in 2008 was preceded by positive GDP numbers which were revised negative 10 years later. A perfect gift for people to have liquidity to exit before retail and retirees lost their livelihoods. Two negatives equals a positive. Brilliant analysis. Who doesn't love a little delusional bull posting? Just watch. The data is there. And it's clear that we're already in a recession. It might not be as bad as some people think, but it's still happening. Sooner or later, the market will rebound and things will get back to normal. Just keep an eye on the data and don't let anyone convince you otherwise. There were 2 quarters of negative GDP and everyone was like, nah dog, that was not recession-y enough? Fuck that. It was a recession. Reset the timer. The aftermath was 7 companies going absolutely ballistic for a year, and now turning to shit after not delivering Skynet in a quarter. Shouldn't the aftermath of a recession be pure upside for longer than a quarter? I dunno. Seems like maybe the actual recession is on its way. In the new year. Nah, it's being propped up big time. Wait till after elections for the shit show. We just need to cool off before the next big rally. Recession never happened when 10y3 meters Treasury was still inverted. Pain is coming upon uninversion. Probably late 2024. Remind me 1 year. There will be no recession. There is no soft landing or hard landing. To think a recession is right around the corner with 4.9 GDP growth. Record low unemployment. Credit card debt at low levels compared to 2008. Corporate defaults at low levels compared to 2008. Etc. It's wishful thinking. Remind me 6 months. Did we just become best friends? Or are we both regarded? IMG emote T52TH52 18630. This one is going to age like milk. So all in SQQQ tomorrow? Got it. The recession was October-November 2022, that SPY low was it. This man saying this while unemployment finally starts ticking up quick. Good luck, Captain. Tail end? It hasn't even gotten real yet, homie. The full moon is on Saturday. This post is too early. I wouldn't bet on that. No one even acknowledges the yield curve about to uninvert from the deepest longest point since the early 80s? Nope. We were at the more down days to come. More and more people going into debt. In 2007, the last GDP print before the collapse was 4.7. Puts are printing for a reason. Stock market is a leading indicator. All the Wall Street analysts said 100 recession by now about this time last year. Nobody knows shit about fuck. Just buy dips and sell rallies until a trend materializes. I hope you're right. But Israel war crimes could lead to a regional war in the Middle East. Just destroying the economy. This is the most regarded post I've seen on here, rolling on the floor laughing, yeah. If you look at historical data, specifically 2008, we're following the same trend lines to AT. It's actually scary. There was GDP growth right before the cliff. Experts have been talking about a recession for 2 years. How long are predictions good for? I think the bull and bear case is both dumb. People have short memories and forget that the SP 500 returned zero between 2000 and 2010. I have a feeling we will be in the 3,500–4,600 range for the next 4 years, if not longer. What we experienced post-GFC, and especially between 2016 and 2021, is an anomaly and most likely will not happen again, adjusted for inflation, for a long time. If ever in our lifetimes. This goes for stocks and real estate. Virtually every asset class that isn't a commodity. I basically agree. Post your positions and purchases or fuck off.